Welcome. Welcome whether your week has been gentle, demanding, or somewhere in between. Whoever you are, wherever you've been, and whatever you carry, you are welcome here. May these next few minutes be moments of calm, of safety, and of community with whoever listens at whatever time. Let us start our time of thought and reflection together. I was standing in a coffee shop earlier this year near the fabulous Unitarian Chapel in Great Hucklow. I joined a queue that was already dispiritingly long for what feels like a simple task of ordering food and drink. Even worse, I was there to meet a friend, and arrived late, having said a brief hello, and then gone to stand in this long queue to order my coffee. So there I was, feeling already rude and rather irritated. The queue was not moving fast. I was already checking my watch and looking ahead to my fellow customers to decide if they were the quick and easy black coffee type, or more likely to order a skinny soy latte with all the trimmings. And that's when I saw it. A very permanent looking sign that included our quote for tonight, attributed to the author Joyce Meyer. Patience is not the act of waiting, it's how you behave while you're waiting. Patience is not the act of waiting, it's how you behave while you're waiting. I'll be honest with you, my first reaction was not one of spiritual enlightenment. In that moment, looking at the lone staff member slowly frothing milk, it felt like an advanced non-apology, like a preemptive strike by the management. We are going to be incredibly slow today, like we are every day. If you get annoyed about it, that's a moral failing on your part, not a service failure on ours. But as the line inched forward and I settled into waiting, the words in the quote settled inside me, and I realized that, regardless of the motive for putting up the sign, the statement contains a difficult truth. We can think of patience as simply the act of time passing, the gap between wanting something and getting it, an empty void of time that we have to endure. But the truth is that while the passing of time is inevitable, the variable is us and our behaviour. Consider the morning commuter train. It's delayed. It's not coming for another 20 minutes. Now we have a choice. We can fume, we can pace up and down the cold platform, check for updates every 30 seconds, and mutter under our breath about the incompetence of the railway network. But the train does not get there 1 second faster because we are angry at it. We wait the same amount of time as the person who stands there calmly and accepts the moment. This distinction feels particularly relevant this evening. We're just finishing the second week of Advent. In the Christian tradition and in our broader cultural rhythm, this is the season of waiting par excellence. We are counting down the days. We are opening little cardboard doors on calendars. We are waiting for the presents, for the gathering of families, for the celebration of the return of the light. But if we apply the lesson from the train and the coffee shop, we are reminded that Advent waiting is not meant to be passive. It isn't just killing time until the 25th of December. It's not the boredom of a dentist's waiting room. It is active waiting. There's a wonderful difference between waiting for a bus and waiting for a beloved guest. When you wait for a guest, you don't just sit there. You sweep the floor. You push fresh sheets on the bed. You cook their favourite meal. You light the candles. You watch the window with excitement. The waiting itself is busy, filled with purpose and energy. That is what this season offers us. The behaviour of our waiting can be one of joyful anticipation. In many ways, the build-up, the planning of the meal, the writing of the cards, the wrapping of the gifts, the reflection on what this year has meant, is as rich and engaging as the event itself. The preparation is part of the celebration. We can see this so clearly in the example of the train and of Advent, but how much harder does it seem in other cases? Let's take a minute now to consider in silence. Are there times when we've not waited patiently and have wished away the moment? How do they compare to when our waiting has been active, anticipation, preparation? we end by saying thank you. Thank you for listening. And in this coming week, please remember to be kind to yourself and to see any moment of waiting as an opportunity for pause, for peace, for reflection, and for preparation. Go well.